environment.
Good morning, America. A global outage has taken on computers all over the world, and the race for the White House enters a new, uncertain stage. Breaking overnight, worldwide Microsoft collapse. Massive disruptions with blue screens on computers around the globe, chaos at airports abroad, flights grounded here at home. The massive global impact on this Friday morning on your workday, hospitals, 911 systems, banks, Visa, Amazon, ADT Security, news stations, and more businesses across the country. When Microsoft and cybersecurity giant CrowdStrike say it will be resolved. Overnight, Donald Trump accepts the Republican nomination, initially calling for unity, but quickly returning to attacks on his rivals. Party leaders up the pressure on Biden to exit the race. Former Speaker Pelosi tells some Democrats he could be persuaded to change course, while another senator publicly calls on Biden to step aside. What could happen at the Democratic convention if the president drops out?
Stranded, one family's cruise nightmare.
When you talk about cruise nightmares, this is the definition of it.
Left behind after they got off the boat for an excursion in a remote part of Alaska, telling their story after spending thousands to get home, and what you should always have with you when you get off a ship. Remembering Bob Newhart.
Puppy wants to see you.
The beloved master of deadpan comedy, who spent decades on the big and small screen making generations laugh.
And we're back.
Show me the money.
The moment one woman found out she had more than $11,000. Wow.
Oh my gosh.
When you should check again to see if you are owed money, and the new push to get the billions of dollars out there in the right hands.
Live in Times Square, this is Good Morning America.
Good morning, America, and what a Friday morning it is. A whole lot happened overnight. There was that Republican National Convention. Donald Trump accepted the nomination last night, the longest convention speech ever, 92 minutes long. But we also had this worldwide outage with Microsoft.
Underway right now, and people are waking up and seeing that dreaded blue screen of death on their computers. You know, the one with the frowny face on it? Well, if you're seeing it on yours, you are not alone, because this morning we've seen impacts on banks around the globe. We've seen impacts on the stock markets. Here in the U.S., the New York Stock Exchange telling us they anticipate our markets will open as usual, but major hospitals are dealing with this. Police and fire stations are dealing with this, and Aaron Katersky is standing by with more on that.
And as you know, so much of the airline industry is run by these very systems, and we saw chaos at airports abroad. That's Madrid right there. Right now, the number of global delays, 17,000 flights and counting.
Let's take a live look at Newark Airport right now. So many planes on the ground. Errol Reshef is across the way at LaGuardia Airport. Errol, what's happening there?
Hey, George, good morning. That outage forcing major carriers like American, Delta, and United to halt all of their flights overnight. You can see that all of these passengers are gathered here in this terminal. They are frustrated. They are searching for answers about when their flights may actually take off. Now, we're hearing this morning that some of these carriers are now operational again, but it is going to take time to get everything up and running, so you can expect major delays throughout the day today. Now, as you guys mentioned, if you looked at your personal computer, you may have seen that so-called blue screen of death. You may have even seen a frowny face. Well, Microsoft says that it did have interruptions to its cloud services overnight. It also had interruptions to its 365 apps. Now, that cybersecurity agency CrowdStrike says that it has identified the issue in this global outage and has identified a fix. Rebecca?
And Ariel, an important point about CrowdStrike as well is they do not believe this was a cybersecurity incident. Thank you for your reporting there from LaGuardia, Ariel.
Exactly.
We're going to go now to Aaron Katersky, who has more on how emergency response systems have been impacted. Good morning, Aaron.
And good morning to you, Rebecca. Like many industries, the nation's police and fire services, especially in the big cities, have gone high-tech. They are reliant on systems they do not control. And this morning, they're returning to old-school, low-tech methods, dispatching using radios and the telephone. That's not going to be crippling, but it could slow things down in a way the public isn't used to. Computers computers at the Justice Department, we're told, are affected, and so far there's no indication, though, it's affecting law enforcement activities in the field. Here in New York, the mayor's office says the city is assessing the impact. Emergency operations, including 911, are not affected, but it is, guys, a reminder of how dependent we all are on interconnected systems that are potentially vulnerable. Guys.
Boy, yeah, that was exactly what I was thinking when I woke up this morning. You know, you get into your office and you realize that your whole life is on that computer, and that's the only way you can get things going.
Completely.
We hope it's all going to be fixed real soon, but we're going to turn now to Donald Trump. He took the stage last night at the Republican National Convention to accept his party's presidential nomination. Former president started with a call for unity and recounting the attempt on his life, but the bulk of his 92-minute speech was a repetition of false claims about the 2020 election and familiar attacks on immigrants and his rivals. Rachel Scott was in the hall in Milwaukee. Good morning, Rachel.
George, good morning to you. All week, Donald Trump said he wanted this speech to focus on unity, to turn the page from the divisive rhetoric after the attempted assassination on his life. That message of unity did not last long, the former president then going off script, launching into partisan attacks and making false claims. Overnight, Donald Trump accepting his third Republican presidential nomination.
So tonight, with faith and devotion, I proudly accept your nomination for President of the United States. Thank you.
It was his first public speech since surviving an attempted assassination.
I'm not supposed to be here tonight. Not supposed to be here.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are.
Yeah.
After the shooting, Trump saying he wanted to focus on calls for unity, even pledging to be a president for all Americans.
In an age when our politics too often divide us, now is the time to remember that we are all fellow citizens.
But the speech turned into partisan attacks. The former president making false claims about the 2020 election, using dark rhetoric to paint the U.S. as a nation in decline, and attacking his opponents, from former House Speaker Nancy Pelosi to United Auto Workers President Shawn Fain to President Biden. While Trump said he wouldn't mention Biden by name, he couldn't seem to help himself.
If you took the 10 worst presidents in the history of the United States, think of it, the 10 worst, added them up, they will not have done the damage that Biden has done. Only going to use the term once. Biden. I'm not going to use the name anymore, just one time. The damage that he's done to this country is unthinkable. It's unthinkable.
Trump going off script, jumping from inflation to ISIS, trans athletes to not taxing tips. Even this reference to the fictional serial killer Hannibal Lecter from the film Silence of the Lambs.
Has anyone seen Silence of the Lambs? The late, great Hannibal Lecter. He'd love to have you for dinner.
But for much of his remarks, Trump focusing on his anti-immigrant rhetoric, falsely claiming there is a surge in violent crime by undocumented immigrants when crime rates have declined in the last 2 years.
It's a massive invasion at our southern border that has spread misery, crime, poverty, disease, and destruction to communities all across our land.
And promising to create a massive militarized force to deport millions of undocumented immigrants.
To keep our families safe, the Republican platform promises to launch the largest deportation operation in the history of our country.
With few policy details, Trump instead focusing on the criminal investigations into his alleged attempts to overturn the 2020 election and to withhold classified documents. The first convicted felon to accept a party's nomination, Trump painting them all as a witch hunt.
They should drop these partisan witch hunts, which I have been going through for approximately 8 years. And they should do that without delay and allow an election to proceed that is worthy of our people. We're going to win it anyway, but worthy of our people.
So this was the longest televised nominating speech. The former president speaking for more than 90 minutes, breaking his own record. Former President Donald Trump and his new running mate, Senator J.D. Vance, will be back out on the campaign trail, their first rally as a joint Republican ticket tomorrow in Michigan. Rebecca.
All right, Rachel Scott. Thank you, Rachel. We turn now to the latest on President Biden recovering from COVID at his Delaware home as he faces escalating pressure from senior Democrats to drop out of the race and make way for a new nominee. Our chief White House correspondent, Mary Bruce, is on the scene in Rehoboth, Delaware for us. Good morning, Mary.
Good morning, Rebecca. While the president remains at home here in isolation this morning, the future of his candidacy is hanging in the balance. Now, there is no indication yet that the president has changed his mind, but the powerful former Speaker of the House, Nancy Pelosi, telling some Democrats the president could soon be persuaded to change course. This morning, with his campaign in crisis, President Biden isolating at his beach house in Delaware after being diagnosed with COVID, as party leaders up the pressure on him to exit the race. Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer and House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries and former House Speaker Nancy Pelosi all directly and bluntly sharing Democrats' concerns that if Biden stays at the top of the ticket, he could drag down Democrats in the House and Senate. Overnight, Jon Tester of Montana, one of the most vulnerable Democrats in the Senate, going public with his plea, saying, "While I appreciate his commitment to public service and our country, I believe President Biden should not seek re-election to another term." Leader Schumer, a source says, telling Tester to do what he thinks is best. Senator Chris Coons, a close ally and Biden campaign co-chair, suggesting the president is reviewing his options.
In my conversations with the president, he's been asking for input. He's been asking from all of us who talk to him regularly for advice, for counsel, for input on the polls, on the opinion of our colleagues.
Sources say the president is now more receptive to hearing concerns about his candidacy. Pelosi sources say telling fellow Democrats those conversations could push Biden to make a decision soon.
She has been guiding and steering and speaking to people about what the best path forward is in a way that I think has been very, very productive.
But the president has been adamant that he has made his decision. He's staying in this race. And senior White House officials insist he remains as committed as ever, saying Biden is even preparing to hit the trail again next week. But for now, the president remains at home in Delaware, his doctor saying he's still experiencing mild upper respiratory symptoms, and his vital signs remain normal. But even a senior administration official says he's exhausted. Now, the president will spend the weekend here in isolation, continuing to recover. And while the pressure grows here, what comes next? This decision is ultimately up to the president and him alone. George.
It is. Okay, Mary, thanks very much. Let's bring in our Washington Bureau Chief Political Director, Rick Klein. And Rick, so much of this conversation is about polls right now. What do we know from the public polls out there?
Good morning, George. Yeah, one of the few polls that has been out in the field just since Saturday night's assassination attempt on Donald Trump shows the race basically where it's always been, just a 2-point edge nationally for Trump over Biden. That's been a good talking point for the Biden force, is that the race really hasn't changed significantly in the last couple of days. But the portrait in the battleground states is significantly more grim for Joe Biden. Right now, in the 538 polling averages, he is trailing in all 7 of the major battlegrounds. He won 6 out of 7 of those battlegrounds 4 years ago. Those battlegrounds include the upper Midwest, including where this convention just wrapped up here in Wisconsin. Trump ahead even here.
But that gets to a broader and persistent point, Rick. I mean, and I know the Biden people have often talked about this being a close national race. I don't want to say it quite this stark, but in some ways that doesn't matter. This is an electoral college vote, and right now in the electoral college, it's not close.
That's exactly right. And the possibility of a wipeout that takes you out of the game is what has Democrats concerned right now. They understand that they might be able to make up a gap, but if it's not close in the battleground states, that is not a good portrait. And we're still a couple of weeks ahead of the convention. As you know, George, no one has actually been selected as the nominee. That won't happen until a month from tomorrow.
And what would happen at the convention if Biden does indeed decide to step aside?
Yeah, no one's actually nominated until that roll call vote, and delegates are what determines who the nominee is. There were more than 4,600 of them on the Democratic side. All of them were actually selected already, and almost all of them are now pledged to Joe Biden, not to Kamala Harris or to anybody else. Even if Biden were to drop out and endorse Harris or someone else, there's no telling what they could do. They'd be free to vote however they wanted. Contested conventions used to happen a lot, George, as you know, but the last time we saw more than one ballot was in 1952. I should note that Democrats came close in 1968 in Chicago, that again, the same city where the Democratic Convention of 2024 will start a month from today.
That's right. Okay, Rick, thanks. Let's bring back Rachel and Mary along with our Chief Washington correspondent, John Karl. And John, so much swirling now around President Biden in Rehoboth, but the Democrats seem to be coalescing around the idea that he has to step aside.
George, there is simply no question about that. You have virtually the entire elected leadership of the Democratic Party directly making the case in private to Joe Biden that if he stays in, he is likely to lose and he is likely to hurt Democrats up and down the ballot. They are making the case to him to drop out of the race. And as you heard Mary report, he is receptive to listening to these ideas. But, George, so far, no indication that he is ready to change his mind and drop out. In fact, I spoke to two members of his real inner circle who said that as of now, he is all in. He plans to be back at the White House and on the campaign trail next week as soon as he recovers from COVID. But, George, he is listening to this, and it seems to most Democrats it is absolutely untenable to stay in a race when your party leadership doesn't think you should be there and when, by the way, the money has dried up.
Mary, inside the Biden camp, they seem to be dealing with the stages of grief somewhere between bargaining and acceptance.
Look, this is a very difficult time inside of this White House, inside of this campaign. Now, physically, I'm told the president is just wiped and exhausted from the COVID diagnosis, but he is also taking in all of these concerns, as we know. He is, we are told, growing more receptive to at least hearing out these arguments. I'm told he's been asking for additional data and polling, even on how Kamala Harris would do if she were to be at the top of this race. But this diagnosis, this forced downtime here, does really give him a chance to bring people together, to have these conversations and to think all of this through carefully. But look, as John said, it is really hard to see how we can sustain this. It's really near impossible to run a successful campaign when you don't have your party united behind you, George.
And Rachel Scott, in the end, Donald Trump gave the speech he wanted to give last night.
In the end, this was typical Donald Trump. This is exactly the Donald Trump that we have seen at almost every single campaign rally this election cycle. The former president said that he wanted to talk about unity. He said he didn't even want to mention President Joe Biden's name. He just simply could not help himself. He launched into a very familiar theme, into false claims and also partisan attacks, George.
Rachel Scott, thanks very much. Rebecca?
All right, George, thank you. We turn now to breaking news overnight. A large explosion rocking the Israeli city of Tel Aviv, killing at least one person not far from the U.S. Embassy. Our foreign correspondent, Britt Clennett, is in Tel Aviv with the latest. Good morning, Britt.
Good morning, Rebecca. Yeah, I'm at this intersection in the heart of Tel Aviv, just a block away from the U.S. Embassy office, where a low-flying drone exploded this morning, blowing out windows and damaging buildings, killing one person, several others injured. The IDF saying the Iranian-made drone was not intercepted because of human error. It also did not trigger air raid sirens. Now, the Iran-backed Houthi rebels have claimed responsibility for this attack. Guys?
Thank you so much for that. And coming up here, the family that says their dream cruise turned into a nightmare after they missed the ship following an excursion.
And remembering Bob Newhart, from sitcoms to Elf and beyond, he made so many generations laugh.
Such a funny man. And Gio is bringing us another round of Show Me the Money. First, let's go to Ginger.
Gotta get that money. Thank you, Gio. Thank you, George. And good morning, Rebecca and everyone else. You know, we've got that severe storm forecast that we had yesterday, and it verified we had more than 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts. Thousands of customers in North Carolina are without power this morning after those winds took down power lines and trees. So this was in Durham. But then look at New Orleans, 3 to 4 inches of rain falling really fast, and that caused some flash flooding. It's all along that stationary front. We're going to see a couple low-pressure systems kind of ride that, and that's going to give extra oomph, and that will make some of the storms this weekend drop 2 to 4 inches at times, maybe even more than 5 in some places. So keep an eye on that from eastern Texas right through Louisiana, Mississippi. You see where that target area is, though, in those northern Alabama, maybe Huntsville over through Atlanta into South Carolina, West Carolina, or western North Carolina as well. We're going to look at the heat that is building for the West Coast, and we'll have that coming up. But first, your local weather in 30 seconds.
The new school year is a chance to show off what I'm into. You know how I love dinos, how I talk about dinos all the time? Like at all 3 meals, in the car, through the bathroom door, blah, 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 dinos, dinos, dinos. Well, I've evolved, and it's all about sharks now. So for back to school, let's just focus on sharks and only sharks. And if it's not sharks, it's not for me.
Good morning, Tampa Bay. Your Friday weather looking really nice out there. We're in the 70s now. I don't expect much rainfall early on through midday. Temperatures upper 70s, low to mid 80s, eventually into the low 90s. Scattered rain and thunderstorms coming in into the afternoon with the rain coverage rather heavy in some locations. As we head into the weekend, similar pattern. Pop-ups during the afternoon, then a push from the storms back towards the coast in the evening. Coverage will be heavier this weekend with rain chances at 70%.
And our summer concert series is back. We cannot wait for our party in the park with Kane Brown right here on GMA. I am loving his new single. We'll be right back. You're watching GMA on a Friday morning.
Purina is globally supporting farmers as they transition to regenerative agriculture practices for better soil health. Purina cares here and here.
Right now, get America's most trusted paint brand at an everyday low price. Starting at $29.98.
Type 2 diabetes? Discover the Ozempic Trizone. I got the power of 3. I lowered my A1C, CV risk, and lost some weight.
In studies, the majority of people reached an A1C under 7 and maintained it.
I'm under 7.
Ozempic lowers the risk of major cardiovascular events such as stroke, heart attack, or death in adults also with known heart disease.
I'm lowering my risk.
Adults lost up to 14 pounds.
I lost some weight.
Ozempic isn't for people with type 1 diabetes. Don't share needles or pens or reuse needles. Don't take Ozempic if you or your family ever had medullary thyroid cancer or have multiple endocrine neoplasia syndrome type 2 or if allergic to it. Stop Ozempic and get medical help right away if you get a lump or swelling in your neck, severe stomach pain, or an allergic reaction. Serious side effects may include pancreatitis. Gallbladder problems may occur. Tell your provider about vision problems or changes. Taking Ozempic with a sulfonylurea or insulin may increase low blood sugar risk. Side effects like nausea, vomiting, and diarrhea may lead to dehydration, which may worsen kidney problems. Living with type 2 diabetes?
Ask about the power of 3 with Ozempic.
Looking for a reason to go to the movies? Here are 4 legendary ones.
Cheers!
Susan Sarandon, Bette Midler, Megan Mullally, Cheryl Lee Ralph.
Is it just me, or do we need some champagne?
The Fabulous 4, rated R.
Tobacco companies target people like me with their menthol cigarette marketing. Realizing this made me angry enough to quit. My tip is, this should make everyone angry.
You can quit. Call 1-800-QUIT now for help getting free medication.
Start your day with Nature Made, the #1 pharmacist-recommended vitamin and supplement brand.
Mom, I'd like a notebook that inspires me to chase my dream of being like a Jedi. Pretty good, huh?
Get rid of bugs as soon as you see them with Zevo sprays. Zevo uses essential oils to eliminate up to 20 household insects. Plus, it's safe for use around people and pets.
A mom sprays insects and they disappear.
Anywhere? Gotcha. Anytime. Zevo. People friendly, but.
Good morning, Tampa Bay. Let's get your day started. This is ABC Action News, taking action for you.
Good morning, Tampa Bay. I'm Dee O'Reilly at 7:23. We are following breaking news right now. Major IT outages are being reported around the world. Banks, medical facilities, and 911 lines in multiple states are all affected. The outage kept us off the air for much of the morning today. Airlines and airports are experiencing major problems. Right now, several airlines are grounding flights at airports around the world, including Tampa International. If you're traveling today, it is critical that you check with your airline first. Our Larissa Scott is at TPA. We'll go live to her coming up in 10 minutes. You can see that on our streaming channel, ABC Action News Plus. And also coming up on ABC Action News Plus, a recap of former President Trump's speech last night at the Republican National Convention. The final night, we'll have the reaction as well. That's all coming up on ABC Action News Plus, free on Roku, Amazon Fire, and Apple TV. Stay with us.
It's the Make It Ford Summer Sales Event at Parks Ford of Wesley Chapel. New F-150s up to $12,000 off with payments from $399 a month. With Parks Plus a $12,000 value at no extra cost. Parks Ford of Wesley Chapel.
We're friends and friends.
Severe back pain can make you feel less than an explorer, less than a nature lover, less than yourself. At BioSpine, we can do more with less. Less time waiting for answers with next day appointments. Less than an hour in surgery. Less days off work with faster recovery. Less expense with coverage by most major health insurers. Don't let back pain stop you from being anything less than your best. BioSpine. Get back to being you.
Now that it's sizzling out, is your AC fizzling out? Beat the heat with Performance Air Conditioning. Upgrade that old unit for 0 down and 0% interest and get up to a 12-year warranty on your new full home comfort system. Plus, save up to $1,450 in rebates and air quality upgrades when you schedule your free estimate. Same-day service, expert technicians, and a job done right the first time. Need service today? Performance is on the way.
The year 2024. These three icons come together to show you something you've never seen before.
This is not Earth.
I'm gonna figure this out.
I can't breathe.
I done bust the wrong turn at Mars real quick.
Said I can't breathe. You're not about to faint. That corset is so tight. Let me call Tim, because I ain't even playing with y'all. Tim.
Yo, Busy, where you at?
He made a wrong turn.
There will be no tour like it.
It's the Lincoln Summer Invitation Sales Event at Parks Lincoln of Tampa and Wesley Chapel. New Lincoln Navigator 0% for 60 months and no payments for 90 days. Or new Lincoln Corsairs $390 a month, all with Parks Plus a $12,000 value at Parks Lincoln of Tampa and Wesley Chapel.
Good morning, Tampa Bay. It is 7:26 on this Friday morning. Live look outside in Clearwater, where we're looking out over the Gulf of Mexico this morning. Seeing some clouds off in the distance, some showers popping up over the Gulf. Those are not going to impact the beaches anytime soon. You've got at least several hours of dry, sunny weather at the beach before we do see some pop-ups. Now in Tampa, I think these are going to be in the afternoon, but at the coast where Clearwater is, Pinellas County could see some pop-ups a little earlier than that as the sea breeze first gets started at the coast and then works its way inland. Very typical July weather today, rain coverage at about 50 to 60% during the afternoon. And I do think there'll be some storms coming back to the coast this evening. And that's why the heaviest rainfall totals today generally closer to the coast. I-75, Tampa, St. Pete over toward Bradenton. Some spots may see an inch or two of rain. Right now we're in the 70s. The radar is scanning dry, but by this afternoon I do expect quite a few scattered storms.
Is your home prepared for hurricane season? Don't wait till it's too late. Trust ServPro of Tampa Bay for expert care and helpful tips. Have a plan. Fill your gas tank, stock batteries, charge your phone, and take care of the pets. Call ServPro today and weather any storm with confidence.
The moment you arrive in Key Largo, you realize you're in a place that's full of life. From the abundant natural world that surrounds us, above and below the sea, to the spirit of our people, their hospitality, creativity, and sense of adventure. Live life to the fullest in Key Largo in the Florida Keys.
Discover more at Mirada. Fantastic new homes, more exciting amenities, and more things to do with your family. Visit Tampa Bay's fastest growing community with America's largest human-made lagoon. Enjoy our sparkling blue water, conquer the obstacle course, and relax along our white sand beach. Brand new homes by America's best builders, starting from the high 2Ks to over 900K. Experience more at Mirada. Visit miradastaycay.com today.
When the storm hits, will you be ready? For proactive help, swift response, and peace of mind, give ServPro of Tampa Bay a call today. At ServPro of Tampa Bay, we're here to protect your home and loved ones. Visit servpro.com and we'll stay ahead of the storm together.
At the UPS store, we offer a lot because running a small business takes a lot. That's why we're the Think Outside the Box store, the Help Protect Your Privacy store, and the Give Your Business a Real Street Address store. So while you're juggling everything else like the boss you are, we're the extra pair of hands store. You can count on us as the shredding and mailboxing, anything and everything to keep you going store. Come into the UPS store today and be unstoppable.
Looking for a reason to try the new $5 meal deal at McDonald's? Here's 1, 2, 3, 4, and the price makes 5.
So much.
That's everything you get with the new $5 meal deal at McDonald's.
Dad, Target school list assist finds my list. So I'm totally ready for class, which is great because we can both be forgetful. Weird, I remember tying them.
I'll be honest. By the end of the day, my floors, yeesh. But who has the time to clean? That's why I love my Swiffer WetJet. It's a quick and easy way to get my floors clean. WetJet absorbs and locks grime deep inside. Look at that. Swiffer WetJet.
Hey, Mrs. Miller. So to show their appreciation, Target is giving teachers 20% off store-wide with Target Circle. And to show mine, I'll grade my own homework. So you can just relax. A++++++.
See those planes on the ground right there? We're tracking the latest on the worldwide Microsoft outage. Airports around the world disrupted. Global flight delays jumped to more than 18,000 and counting. And if you're waking up and seeing that blue screen on the computer, the one no one wants to see, you're not alone. This morning, we're seeing impacts on banks, major hospitals, police, and fire stations. So let's go back to Aaron Katersky with the latest on the emergency response systems and Microsoft. Good morning, Aaron.
And good morning to you. This seems to be an issue that originated with CrowdStrike, the gold standard in cybersecurity. They say this is not a hack, but some other kind of problem. And that word is considered to be gold, George. It is having an impact, as you mentioned, on hospitals where some patient records are inaccessible. Care is not necessarily being affected, but non-emergency surgeries in some places are being canceled. For police and fire services, which have gone high-tech in recent years, especially in big cities, they're having to downshift into more low-tech methods, dispatching over the radio and using the telephone. And that's not crippling, but it is perhaps slowing things down in a way the public just isn't used to, George.
Okay, Aaron, thanks. I want to go back to Ariel Reshef at LaGuardia Airport. A lot happening there, or I should say, a lot not happening there.
Hey. That's true, George. Both of those things. We have a swell of people that has been growing since we saw you just in the last 30 minutes. They're trying to make announcements here, trying to give people some semblance of an idea of when to expect their flights to take off. But as we've mentioned, American, Delta, United, all grounding their flights overnight due to that computer issue. And you can see here the crowds are growing, many very frustrated with few answers. The flight delays and cancellations ticking up all morning. Now, some of those carriers say that they are operational again, but it's going to take time to get those planes up and running and to get flights back on schedule. So be sure to check with your carrier before you head to the airport. Gio?
And it's been incredible to see all of those manual tickets there at the airport. All right, thank you so much, Ariel. We're going to turn now to an Oklahoma family of 9 that was left behind in a remote part of Alaska after their cruise ship left without them. And they had to spend thousands of dollars to get home. And Trevor Alt has been following their story. Good morning, Trevor.
Good morning, Gio. I mean, you talk about a disaster here. This snowballed out of control for this family. They said there was a mix-up with a bus back to their cruise ship in Alaska. It left them stranded with no luggage, no medicine, and on top of the cost for the hotels, the flights that they were charged, they were also charged nearly $9,000 in customs fees for a part of the cruise that they missed.
This morning, an Oklahoma family sharing their story of how their dream cruise ended with them stranded in remote Alaska.
When you talk about cruise nightmares, this is the definition of it.
9 members of the Galt family with 6 children and their 78-year-old grandmother were aboard a Norwegian Encore cruise to Alaska and stepped off the boat for a lumberjack excursion they booked through the cruise line. They say when they tried to get back to the ship, the local tour operator told them there was no room on the bus.
Hey, bus is full. You got to wait for the next bus.
But the next bus never arrived. They say they called the local port agent who rushed them to the ship only to see it already pulling away from the dock. Their belongings and some of their passports still on board.
I was in shock, like utterly shocked. Are they really doing this right now?
The Galts say they quickly reached out to Norwegian.
The people that I was speaking with, they were so empathetic. They were apologetic. And they're like, well, what do you need?
We need help. I have 6 minor children.
The 9 of them were stranded without medication or clothes.
It felt like we weren't going to get home.
They say they had to cover their own food and hotel and find their own way back to Oklahoma, sleeping on airport floors.
It was completely overwhelming.
The Galts estimate it cost them more than $21,000 just to get home, including nearly $9,000 in customs fees for missing that stop in Canada. Though they say now Norwegian is working with them to make it right.
I think we are on a right path as far as both agreeing that something bad really happened here.
Norwegian tells ABC News we will be reimbursing the family for all of the out-of-pocket expenses they incurred over these 2 days as a result of missing the ship in Ketchikan, including meals, accommodations, etc. The cruise line also says they're refunding that nearly $9,000 customs fee. Experts say if you leave your cruise ship for an excursion, always bring the government-issued photo ID and the name and number of the port agent who can help if you run into trouble.
So the port agent is the cruise line's representative in that port. In this case, contacting the port agent was the best move because they would be able to contact the ship.
So the cause of those gigantic customs fees are because this is a foreign flagged vessel. Technically, it is an international shipping company. It's required to stop at a foreign port. That also applies to all the passengers, too. So technically, this family was fined for violating the Passenger Vessels Services Act. Again, the cruise line is reimbursing them, but it is a good reminder, if you happen to miss your stop, especially a foreign stop, could cost you thousands of dollars in fees.
Just a very expensive headache. And, you know, traveling with 6 kids under that situation, traveling with 2 under completely normal circumstances is hard enough. All right, yes, Trevor, thank you. Okay, we turn now to Bob Newhart. This morning, we are remembering the comedy legend known for his dry wit and deadpan delivery. He passed away at age 94, and Chris Connolly is in Los Angeles with a look back at his life and career. Good morning, Chris.
Good morning to you, Rebecca. One of the greatest sounds in the world is laughter, he once said, and on talk shows, on comedy albums, in 2 hit sitcoms, or just on stage at a microphone. No one brought more laughter than droll, understated, unbelievably funny Bob Newhart.
He's a good friend. Would you welcome Mr. Bob Newhart?
An unparalleled practitioner of deadpan comedy, from stand-up to sitcoms to feature films. Bob Newhart made multiple generations laugh out loud.
So you have any single grandmothers?
In Elf, starring alongside Will Ferrell's buddy as his adopted North Pole Papa.
Puppy wants to see you.
Newhart's signature style meshed with a frenetic Ferrell.
Buddy, we'll frolic and play.
But Bob Newhart had been a comedic standout decades earlier, in the 1970s, starring on The Bob Newhart Show as a shrink beset by patients like Jack Riley's Mr. Carlin.
This is not your session.
I wouldn't want to miss this for the world.
He'd follow that up in the 80s as an innkeeper in Vermont on Newhart, with sidekicks Larry, Daryl, and Daryl.
I throwed my back out last week crawling under a house.
Sounds like a tough job.
Wasn't a job, I just like crawling under houses.
That second sitcom ending with one of the most talked about final scenes ever, in which the whole series was a dream sequence from the first one.
I was an innkeeper in this crazy little town in Vermont.
But before comedy, there was a career in Chicago as an accountant. Newhart recalling on GMA in 1980 how he couldn't balance petty cash.
And it sometimes took me 3 or 4 hours to find a penny or two. So I hit upon the system of taking out of my own pocket.
He turned to stand-up in the 1960s. His hilarious button-down mind winning devoted fans. No one could do one side of a phone call quite like Bob Newhart could.
You found a shell on the beach. You think that's unusual? Do you, Willard, finding a shell on the beach?
I learned something about comedy, that one of the functions of comedy is to help people get past a difficult time and move on with their life.
His guest hosting of The Tonight Show during Johnny Carson's vacations burnished his fame.
Don't go,
And the affection audiences felt for him. And everyone loved his fire and ice friendship with insult comic Don Rickles.
Don is my best friend, which just gives you some idea of the difficulty I have in making friends.
Bob Newhart made the claim that he was my closest friend. I have never met Bob Newhart.
Admired as few ever are in show business. Bob Newhart died Thursday at the age of 94.
He was married to his wife, Ginny, for 60 years until her passing in 2023. And tributes to Bob Newhart coming from every corner of the entertainment world. Hailed for his many decades of comedy and his many acts of kindness. Truly a life worth celebrating, guys.
What a legacy, Chris. Thank you so much. And coming up here, Show Me the Money, $5 billion in unclaimed cash. And that's in Illinois alone. We're going to tell you how you can check if you're owed money. Stick around.
Let me see my new granddog.
Say hi, Grandma.
You're feeding him Blue Buffalo, right?
No, we got Purina One. It's all the same stuff.
Not really. Blue Life Protection Formula's got deboned chicken, chicken meal, brown rice, oatmeal, barley.
Well, Purina One has chicken, rice flour, corn gluten meal, whole grain corn, chicken byproduct meal.
Looks like we're switching to Blue.
Switch to Blue and feed your dog like family.
Mom, my goals for the first day are stand out in this cool shirt and get away with winging my summer book report. Little Women is a story about very short girls.
The water is freezing. There's waves 20 feet high. Only men have succeeded.
Experience the incredible true story.
The hardest test in all of sport.
On Disney Plus. Young Woman and the Sea. Rated PG. Now streaming.
What makes Special K so special? All those vitamins and minerals? Ah, the real almonds. Or it all joining in sweet matrimony and vanilla-flavored milk. Yeah, I do. Special K. Special for a reason.
Cue the color with eye-catching furniture available at Ashley. From earth tones to vibrant colors, expressing yourself has never been easier. A more colorful life starts at Ashley. Shop in-store and online.
To 50 years with my best friend.
A balloon hits a drink, which spills in slow motion towards a cake.
Quick, the Quicker Picker-Upper. Bounty absorbs spills like a sponge and is 2 times more absorbent, so you can use less. Bounty, the Quicker Picker-Upper.
If you have moderate to severe ulcerative colitis or Crohn's disease, put it in check with Rinvoq, a once-daily pill.
When symptoms tried to take control, I got rapid relief and reduced fatigue with Rinvoq. Check.
When flares kept trying to slow me down, I got lasting steroid-free remission with Rinvoq. Check.
And when my doctor saw damage, Rinvoq helped visibly reduce damage of the intestinal lining. Check.
For both UC and Crohn's, rapid symptom relief, lasting steroid-free remission.
And visibly reduced damage. Check, check, and check.
Rinvoq can lower your ability to fight infections, including TB, serious infections and blood clots, some fatal. Cancers, including lymphoma and skin. Heart attack, stroke, and GI tears occurred. People 50 and older with a heart disease risk factor have an increased risk of death. Serious allergic reactions can occur. Tell your doctor if you are or may become pregnant.
Put UC and Crohn's in check and keep them there with Rinvoq.
Ask your gastroenterologist about Rinvoq and learn how AbbVie can help you save.
Mom, I'd like a notebook that inspires me to chase my dream of being like a Jedi. Pretty good, huh?
We are back now with Show Me the Money. Gio, how'd it go in Chicago?
Oh, it went really well. Very well for some folks there. The state of Illinois alone has $5 billion in unclaimed money and just waiting right there for residents and former residents to grab. And now there's a new push to get that lost cash back into the hands of its rightful owners. Summer in the Windy City means it's time to go outside and enjoy the sweet sounds of a Chicago classical music festival. And hopefully get their hands on a symphony of unclaimed cash. Finding money you didn't know you had can sound as magical as the Grant Park Orchestra.
Show me the money.
Show me the money.
We've banded together with the Illinois Department of Treasury to help Chicagoans get in tune with their cash. Let's find some unclaimed money.
Show me the money.
Show me the money.
In the state of Illinois, unclaimed money is the product of a few things: unclaimed family estates, forgetting to update an old address, or not responding to business correspondence after 3 years, which could result in missing out on inheritances or cash returns from businesses. With $5 billion in unclaimed money, Illinois launching an all-Spanish language website to help even more people get access to that money.
Spanish is by far the second most popular language spoken in Illinois. We know we have a lot of people living here who want to access the website, and it will ultimately help us to return more money.
For Nicholas Soto, he was shocked to learn he had quite a bit of money strung out in a few stock accounts.
Hopefully you can find some use for $1,226.93.
All right.
What were you expecting?
Maybe 100 or 2 at most.
100 or 2 at most?
Yeah.
Maybe times 10. The money reaching a crescendo for violinist Bing Grant. The performer is now leaving with a little more than sheet music. What are you expecting?
I don't know, 500?
500?
That would be a good day. That would be a good amount.
That would be a very good day.
But you know what's even better?
What?
Over $4,000.
Oh, wow.
$4,300.
That is very well played. Show me the money.
The organization Alpha Kappa Alpha walking away with $11,000 that will ultimately go back into the community.
These funds will go into our services, which is building economic wealth, empowering families, and enhancing our environment.
And ending on a high note, this woman found out she had more than $11,000 from her father's estate.
Oh my gosh.
Can you put that to some good use?
I think so.
You came over here not expecting anything, really.
No. Well, I decided to stop because I just had an inkling that there might be something. Show me the money.
And that was a good inkling right there. You can see if you have money either by going to your state's unclaimed money website or missingmoney.com. They suggest checking once a year. Even if you don't find money now, you may find some in the future because it's constantly updating. That also means that if you find money once, you could find it again. So just keep checking back every year. And remember, this should not cost you a dime. And George, I know that some of your friends have reached out to you about this because they're looking at this and these websites, they sometimes ask for percentage fees. No, you did. You were telling me
I love it when you put your Jerry Maguire hat on,
yeah, those are not official websites.
Coming up
It's actually Allie who's checked a few times.
Oh, was it really
I
Allie?
keep pushing her to go get it all. We have all this money in D.C. sitting there, but what can you do?
Show me the money. Coming up next, our play of the day. Stay with us.
Logo, brand power.
Did you know there's a way to cut your dishwashing time by 50%?
Try Dawn Power Wash Dish Spray. It removes 99% of grease and grime in half the time. Dawn Power Wash has 3 cleaning boosters not found in traditional dish soaps that remove food and grease 5 times faster. And because it cleans so well, you can replace multiple cleaning products for counters, stoves, and even laundry stains. Try Dawn Power Wash Dish Spray. Brand power helping you buy better.
I always wanted to know why I am the way I am. My curiosity led me to Ancestry. It was amazing to see all the traits that I've gotten from my mother in my DNA. It's a family thing.
It's a family thing.
Grilling is an art. Don't forget to add sausage, Picasso. Keep it juicy.
Jump to the jam, boogie woogie jam, slam, bust the dialect. I'm the man in command. Come, flow with the sounds of the mighty.
I'm obsessed with Olay's Retinol Body Wash.
With Olay Retinol Body Wash, 95% of women had visibly renewed skin.
Makes my skin feel so smooth and moisturized.
Olay Body Wash and Lotion. Discover yours.
I'm a bee, and I bumbled my way into your car. Buzz. But this hive isn't big enough for the both of us. Boo!
Oh, wow, what a buzzkill. And if you don't have the right auto insurance coverage,
paying for this could really sting. So get Allstate, save money, and be protected from mayhem, like me.
Sis, is this dog food in your fridge?
It's not dog food. It's Fresh Pet. Real meat, real veggies.
Seems like a lot of space to waste on a dog.
You're all the family I need.
Trains.
AI detects a tree on train tracks. A command center is alerted.
Trains that use the power of Dell AI and Intel. Clearing the way.
The tree is removed. Two friends hug.
So you arrive exactly where you belong.
It's hard to put it into words. When I tried, life felt absurd. But you left the roots that serve my soul. I tell myself not to lose control. I'll take it slow, but it's hard to do when you're lying like me on a line like you. You got the hands that I wanna hold. You like the room to the house of my soul.
Here's to getting better with age.
Here's to beating these two every Thursday.
Help fuel today with Boost High Protein. Complete nutrition you need without the stuff you don't. So, here's to now.
Precision. There's nothing we haven't seen. There's nothing we can't fix. We can fix just about any make or model, usually the same day. And that's why you call Precision.
Precision Door Service, a name you can trust.
If you've been injured in a trucking accident, don't let an insurance company take advantage of you. Don't you want lawyers who will fight to stop this from happening? Lawyers who will fight for you? If you want lawyers like that, contact Chris Ligori and Associates now through TakeTheFightToThem.com.
We are back now with our play of the day. The first videos of the new pandas at the San Diego Zoo, and Will Reeve is here with that footage. Good morning, Will.
Good morning, Rebecca. Prepare for pandemonium. Sorry. There's Yun Chuan, and he's almost 5, and Sin Bao coming up next. She's nearly 4, just munching on some bamboo, hanging out. The pair made the journey from China late last month. They're the first pandas to enter the U.S. in 21 years on loan from China. And what are they up to? Well, you never know with pandas. But for now, they're getting accustomed to their new habitat at the San Diego Zoo. August 8th, they'll be unveiled to the public. No word on whether Ron Burgundy will be there to cover the event, but you can go see them at the San Diego Zoo.
Stay classy. We'll be right back.
America.
Coming up, GMA's Summer Concert Series is sponsored by Wayfair, the destination for all things home. Wayfair, every style, every home.
In the Wayborhood, every delivery is a treat.
One pistachio for you, sir.
One strawberry poof, please.
Oh! Enjoy it.
Oh, perfect. By Weber. Something minty?
Of course, it's a large.
A double. Lucky.
Wayfair, every style, every home.
Milk chocolate beyond words. Classic recipe by Lindt.
Depression is a journey. I'd made some progress on my antidepressant, had some daily wins in reducing my symptoms, but I was still masking my depression. So I talked to my doctor. She told me I could build on my wins without changing my antidepressant.
Rexulti, when added to an antidepressant, significantly reduced depression symptoms more than an antidepressant alone.
And less depression, that's a win.
Rexulti can cause serious side effects. Elderly dementia patients have an increased risk of death or stroke. Antidepressants may increase suicidal thoughts and actions and worsen depression in children and young adults. Report new or sudden changes in mood, behavior, thoughts, or feelings, or if you develop suicidal thoughts or actions. Report fever, stiff muscles, and confusion, which can be life-threatening, or uncontrolled muscle movements, which may be permanent. High blood sugar, which can lead to coma or death. Weight gain, increased cholesterol, low white blood cells. Unusual urges, dizziness on standing, falls, seizures, trouble swallowing, or sleepiness may occur. Keep moving forward. Ask your doctor about Rexulti.
Your record label is taking off, but so is your sound engineer. You need to hire.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. Indeed Instant Match instantly delivers quality candidates matching your job description. Visit Indeed.com/hire.
On Chewy, save 35% off your first order with selection for any pet with any diet at prices you'll love. Delivered fast right to your door. For low prices and fast shipping for life with pets. there's Chewy with everything.
When anyone in this house wears white, it doesn't stay white for long. White to soccer? I'm not gonna slide tackle. But now with Tide Oxy White, we can clean our white clothes without using bleach. Even works on colors.
His shirt is muddy.
I slide tackled. I see that.
It's got to be Tide.
P&G.
Choose Advil Liquid Gels for faster, stronger, and longer-lasting relief than Tylenol Rapid Release Gels. Because Advil targets pain at the source of inflammation. So for faster pain relief, Advil, the pain away.
No one should have to choose between good vision and great value. That's why America's Best is slashing their prices. During the Wise Buy sales event, get 2 progressives and a comprehensive eye exam for just $129.95. Book an exam online today.
Looking for a reason to try the new $5 meal deal at McDonald's? Here's 1, 2, 3, 4, and the price makes 5.
So much.
That's everything you get with the new $5 meal deal at McDonald's.
Coming up here on GMA, we've got Sam, we have Ray, and we have Payne Brown on Good Morning America. Don't miss it. Your local news and weather are next.
Your back pain can make you feel less than yourself.
At BioSpine, we can do more with less.
Less than an hour in surgery and a faster recovery.
Don't let back pain stop you from being anything less than your best. BioSpine.
You'll know if your garage door is not running properly. It'll tell you. If the door's not balanced correctly, it will burn up your motor. Quite literally smoke. If your garage door is trying to tell you something, give Precision a call.
Precision Door Service, a name you can trust.
Welcome to Bells, Florida, where the energy of the Sunshine State comes to life. From store to shore, discover the season's hottest styles, top brands, and exclusive designs. Shop in-store and online at bellsflorida.com. Transform your wardrobe and your home at Bells, Florida, your one-stop shop to live life local.
Bring your thunder.
A little hot in here.
For the storm down under.
All the guys aren't here for the right reasons.
Shut up, everyone.
If you think this is not the place that you should be, then you need to get out.
New Bachelorette, Monday on ABC.
Good morning, Tampa Bay. Let's get your day started. This is ABC Action News, taking action for you.
Good morning, Tampa Bay. It's 7:56. We are continuing to follow breaking news. A worldwide IT outage is impacting banks, medical facilities, and 911 lines in multiple states. It is creating problems for a number of industries. Airlines and airports are also experiencing major problems. Right now, several airlines are grounding flights at airports around the world, including Tampa International. If you're traveling today or you're planning to pick somebody up, it's important to check in with the airline first. Our Larissa Scott has been live at TPA all morning. We'll go live back to her for an update coming up on Good Morning Tampa Bay at 9. The Tampa Bay Rays took a major step forward to getting a new stadium in St. Pete. After hours of passionate discussion, the St. Pete City Council approved the Rays-Heinz Stadium deal yesterday. In a vote of 5-3, the city approved 12 agreements that confirm city contributions, ownership of stadium parcels, details of the redevelopment plan, and a guarantee the Tampa Bay Rays will continue playing in St. Pete. Greg D, of course, will keep breaking down the deal, and we'll keep everybody posted. In the meantime, look at that beautiful weather out there today.
It's a transformative project, Dia, for St. Pete for sure. And yeah, what a beautiful way to start the day. Look at Anna Maria. You know what? This is the place to be. There were no impacts from an IT outage here on Anna Maria today. It was business as usual. The sun is up, the water is inviting, and the sand feels great. And you're going to see that great weather right through midday. Then, in typical July fashion, some beaches will see some pop-up thunderstorms in the afternoon. Rain chances highest mid-afternoon toward the evening. I definitely expect some storms to head back toward the coast later tonight. Look at the heaviest rain today. It's going to be closer to the coast, the I-75 corridor over toward the beaches. Some showers offshore this morning. Temperatures are in the upper 70s to around 80 degrees. Those showers out in the Gulf will stay there this morning. What I'm looking for is for new showers to pop up right along the coast, maybe from Hernando down into Sarasota County, the middle of the afternoon. Those showers shift a little farther east late, but then this evening the storms head back toward the coast.
Here at Massey, we know a thing or two about houses. We've been keeping homes pest and worry-free for almost 100 years. Our customized pest prevention program keeps bugs outside, in their home, not yours. Because when we prevent pests from getting in, we protect health, home, and family. Make your home a Massey home. Massey Services. Expect more and get it.
Today, push harder, push forward, push vigorously.
There are things that I am hiding from people that I'm trying to inspire.
You can do whatever you set your mind to.
I feel like a hypocrite a lot of the times.
Don't give up on yourself ever.
Smoking, I hide it because I'm ashamed of it. I want to get out of the shadow. I want to show people there is light away from the darkness. I am going to quit.
Visit tobaccofreeflorida.com to find free resources to help you quit your way.
If you're looking for the best deals in solar for your home, Trinity Solar has over 100,000 installations and offers no-cost installations as well as various solar lease and financing options.
You gotta see it. You gotta go. Florida's largest home show. Gotta go.
If you were to read the story of your life, would it move you? Would it be filled with color? And make you hungry for more? Work on the next chapter in Key West.
Good morning, America. It's 8 a.m. Breaking overnight. Worldwide Microsoft collapse. Massive disruptions with blue screens on computers around the globe. Chaos at airports abroad. Flights grounded here at home. The massive global impact on this Friday morning on your workday. Emergency response, banks, news stations, and more. Overnight, Donald Trump accepts the Republican nomination, initially calling for unity, but quickly returning to attacks on his rivals.
The boss is a billionaire. This morning, Bruce Springsteen officially joining an exclusive club of artists. How he turned blue-collar music into $1 billion fortune.
Helping Hand. We are in Texas in the wake of Hurricane Beryl, giving back to a small business that's a big part of the community as it reopens.
It's devastating. Our employees are one of the main reasons we're so successful.
They're like family at this point.
With surprises for the owners and employees live on GMA.
Girl, let's go put some miles on it.
Saddle up. GMA is going a little bit country this morning. From Beyonce to Yellowstone, Cowboy Core is one of the hottest looks out there. How you can make the trend work for you.
Put some miles on it.
Our Party in the Park is back with country superstar Kane Brown live right here, and he said,
"Good morning, America!"
Live from Times Square and Central Park, this is GMA.
It is nice to see those crowds back there in Central Park. Good morning, America. Hope
it really is a nice thing to see, George. And it's a busy Friday. We're kicking off our summer concert series in Central Park this morning with country superstar Kane Brown taking the stage in just a minute, and we can't wait to hear from him. There he is.
I cannot get enough of his latest album, so we're looking forward to that. But first, look at the top stories here breaking at 8, starting with breaking news overnight on a worldwide Microsoft outage. If you are waking up and you're seeing that dreaded blue screen, you know what we're talking about. You are not alone. This morning, we are seeing impacts on banks, major hospitals, police, and fire stations.
And airports around the world also. Right now, the number of global delays is more than 19,000 flights. Want to go back to Ariel Reshef at LaGuardia Airport. Good morning, Ariel.
Hey there, George. As we've mentioned throughout the morning, this causing major carriers like United, Delta, and American to ground their flights overnight due to that computer issue. And you can see that the crowds are swelling here at LaGuardia. Many people desperate for answers about when their flights are actually going to take off. We've seen a cascade of flight delays and cancellations ticking up throughout the morning. Now, many of these carriers say that they are operational again, but it's going to take time to get back to normal, and they're asking for patience throughout the day. If you got that so-called blue screen of death on your own personal computer overnight, you are not alone. Some even getting a sad face. Microsoft saying that they experienced an interruption to their cloud services, their 365 apps. Cybersecurity firm CrowdStrike saying that this was not a cyber attack. They say that they've identified the source of this global outage, and they've also deployed a fix. Gio?
It will take some time to get everything back online. All right, Ariel, thank you so much. Let's go back now to Aaron Katersky, who is tracking the latest latest on emergency response systems. Good morning, Aaron.
And good morning, Gio. Multiple government agencies have been affected by this. They're now assessing their systems. Here in New York, 911 is operable, but the police and fire departments are going old school, dispatching using radios and the telephone. We're told computers at the Justice Department have been impacted. So far, though, no indication of disruptions to law enforcement operations in the field. At some hospitals, patient records have become inaccessible and non-emergency surgeries are being canceled. This is only the latest reminder of how reliant we all are on an interconnected network that has no redundancy. George?
It sure is, Aaron. Thanks. Now we're going to turn now to Donald Trump. He took the stage last night at the Republican National Convention to accept his party's presidential nomination. Former president started with the call for unity and recounting the attempt on his life, but the bulk of his 92-minute speech was a repetition of false claims about the 2020 election and familiar attacks on migrants, immigrants, and his rivals. I want to go back to Rachel Scott in Milwaukee. Good morning, Rachel.
Hey, George, good morning to you. Yeah, this was a speech filled with false claims and partisan attacks, far from the message of unity the former president promised to deliver.
Overnight, Donald Trump accepting his third Republican presidential nomination.
So tonight, with faith and devotion, I proudly accept your nomination for President of the United States. Thank you.
It was his first public speech since surviving an attempted assassination.
I'm not supposed to be here tonight. Not supposed to be here.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are.
Yeah.
After the shooting, Trump saying he wanted to focus on calls for unity, even pledging to be a president for all Americans.
In an age when our politics too often divide us, now is the time to remember that we are all fellow citizens.
But the speech turned into partisan attacks. The former president making false claims about the 2020 election and attacking his opponents, from former House Speaker Nancy Pelosi to President Biden. While Trump said he wouldn't mention Biden by name, he couldn't seem to help himself.
If you took the 10 worst presidents in the history of the United States, think of it, the 10 worst, added them up, they will not have done the damage that Biden has done. Only going to use the term once. Biden. I'm not going to use the name anymore, just one time. The damage that he's done to this country is unthinkable. It's unthinkable.
Trump going off script, jumping from inflation to ISIS, trans athletes to not taxing tips. But for much of his remarks, Trump focusing on his anti-immigrant rhetoric, falsely claiming there is a surge in violent crime by undocumented immigrants when crime rates have declined in the last 2 years, and promising to create a massive militarized force to deport millions of undocumented immigrants. With few policy details, Trump instead focusing on the criminal investigations into his alleged attempts to overturn the 2020 election and to withhold classified documents. The first convicted felon to accept a party's nomination, Trump painting them all as a witch hunt.
They should drop these partisan witch hunts, which I have been going through for approximately 8 years. And they should do that without delay and allow an election to proceed that is worthy of our people. We're going to win it anyway, but worthy of our people.
This was the longest televised nominating speech. The former president spoke for more than 90 minutes, and tomorrow he will be back out on the campaign trail in Michigan, joined by his new running mate, Senator J.D. Vance. Rebecca.
Okay, Rachel, thank you. We turn now to Wall Street Journal reporter Evan Gershkovich learning his fate in a Russian courtroom. James Longman is here tracking the very latest. Good morning, James.
Yeah, hi, Rebecca. We are waiting for a verdict likely coming any moment in the case of Wall Street reporter Evan Gershkovich in Russia, who is accused of espionage. He's been held for 15 months on charges widely considered fabricated. His trial has been held in secret, and it's taken just 3 days. These sorts of trials usually take months. He was asked for his final statement today, in which he said he is not guilty. Evan was on assignment in Russia when he was arrested, accused of passing information to the CIA. And while Russia says the case against him is irrefutable, they've offered no public proof, and the US government and the Journal have called the charges bogus, saying the Kremlin has taken Evan as a hostage. Now, the speed of all this suggests Russia may be moving towards a prisoner exchange. We just don't know, although this is just devastating. Obviously, it's a really horrible situation of Evan and his family.
Such a devastating situation, James. Thank you. And of course, we saw you speak to his parents not long ago. They are really
had a lot to deal with.
Yeah, a lot to deal with. All right, coming up in our GMA morning menu, Bruce Springsteen reaching new heights in his career, joining a very exclusive club.
Also, Edward in Houston helping one small business that had to shut down after Hurricane Beryl. We have a surprise for the owners and employees.
Plus, Tori is back with more deals and steals to help you stay cool in the summer heat. And you know Sam, he's at our party in the park. Hey, Sam.
Hey, Gio, look, we're kicking off our GMA Summer Concert Series with country music's #1, Kane Brown. Are you waiting this morning? You ready?
I'm ready.
You brought the crowds. You brought the good weather. We're going to do some fashion as well. Lauren Bergamatto is here. You're in the middle of your In the Air tour, so we got to dress right for it. Yeah. All right, we're coming right back on GMA. We'll be right back.
The moment I loved our Subaru Outback most was the moment they walked away from it.
Mom! Oh, thank goodness.
And that's why our family will only drive a Subaru.
Subaru. More IIHS Top Safety Pick Plus awards than any other brand. Love. It's what makes Subaru, Subaru.
Mom, I'd like a notebook that inspires me to chase my dream of being like a Jedi. Pretty good, huh?
Bounce back fast from heartburn with Tums Gummy Bites and love food back.
Women exercise.
Can your pad flex with you without shifting? Always FlexFoam can. It's the only pad made with a flexible foam core with new and improved wings that fit securely for up to 0 bunching and 0 leaks. Can your pad do that? See what foam can do for you.
COPD is harder on the folks around you, I think. My wife smoked, and she quit because she needs to be here to take care of me.
The people you love are worth quitting for. You can quit. Call 1-800-QUIT-NOW for help getting free medication.
Shake up your shower with a flavor for every feeling. This Dove freshens you up. This Dove winds you down. This Dove leaves you glowing. And this Dove keeps you going. So whatever care you care about, there's a Dove for everybody.
Look out, 'cause here I come.
Have you always had trouble losing weight and keeping it off? Same.
Discover the power of Wegovy.
And I'm marching on to the beat I drum.
With Wegovy, I lost 35 pounds. And some lost over 46 pounds.
Wegovy.
And I'm keeping the weight off.
Wegovy helps you lose weight and keep it off.
I'm reducing my risk.
Wegovy is the only FDA-approved weight management medicine that's proven to reduce risk of major cardiovascular events in adults with known heart disease and with either obesity or overweight.
Wegovy shouldn't be used with semaglutide or GLP-1 medicines. Don't take Wegovy if you or your family had medullary thyroid cancer, multiple endocrine neoplasia syndrome type 2, or if allergic to it. Stop Wegovy and get medical help right away if you get a lump or swelling in your neck, severe stomach pain, or an allergic reaction. Serious side effects may happen, including pancreatitis and gallbladder problems. Wegovy may cause low blood sugar in people with diabetes, especially if you take medicines to treat diabetes. Tell your provider about vision problems or changes, or if you feel your heart racing while at rest. Depression or thoughts of suicide may occur. Call your provider right away if you have any mental changes. Common side effects like nausea, vomiting, and diarrhea may lead to dehydration, which may cause kidney problems.
With Wegovy,
I'm losing weight.
I'm keeping it off.
And I'm lowering my CV risk.
That's the power of winning. Wegovy.
Check your cost and coverage before talking to your healthcare professional about Wegovy.
At Dog Chow, we believe helping dogs live their best life should be simple. That's why Dog Chow is made with high-quality protein and no fillers. Purina Dog Chow. Keep life simple.
Dad, Target School List Assist finds my list. So I'm totally ready for class, which is great because we can both be forgetful. Weird, I remember tying them.
Precision Garage Doors, that's all we do. We have crews all over the Tampa Bay area, so chances are if you need us, Precision is close by. Quality service quickly, that's what you get with Precision.
Precision Door Service, a name you can trust.
Severe back pain can make you feel less than yourself.
Less time waiting for answers.
With next day appointments.
Less expense, and we're in network with major health insurers.
Don't let back pain stop you from being anything less than your best. BioSpine.
Back now with breaking news. We heard James Long reporting on the Evan Gershkovich trial in Russia, the wrongfully detained American journalist in Russia. We just found out that he has been sentenced to 16 years in prison, extraordinarily speedy trial. We can only hope that that is a sign that some kind of a prisoner swap is underway. And of course, we are all thinking of his family.
His family and his colleagues at the Wall Street Journal, and just out doing his job. Well, George, we turn now to our cover story. Bruce Springsteen has joined the $1 Billion Artist Club. Take a look.
This morning, the boss is officially a billionaire. Forbes announcing Bruce Springsteen has joined the exclusive club, estimating his net worth to be around $1.1 billion. Famous for writing about his blue-collar roots, the 74-year-old 20-time Grammy winner has been performing for 5 decades, recorded 21 studio albums, and sold 140 million records, sold out 236 Broadway shows about his life, hit #1 on the New York Times bestseller list with his memoir, and in 2021 sold his music catalog to Sony for $500 million. And people are still running to his shows. Last year alone, his world tour sold 1.6 million tickets, bringing in nearly $400 million in revenue. He's not the only musician reaching billionaire status.
Welcome to the Eras Tour.
Taylor Swift joining last year with $1.3 billion. Rihanna with $1.4, thanks to her music, beauty, and lingerie brands. And Jay-Z with $2.5.
A fan base that is solid, loyal, will come back, album after album, tour after tour. And if they parlay themselves into different revenue streams, that their fans will follow.
And fans certainly have followed the boss from coast to coast around the world. Incredible to see his rise coming up.
That is some career. We're going to turn now to the recovery from Hurricane Beryl in Houston. This morning, we're putting a spotlight on the Dandelion Cafe. We featured them on GMA just last year. And Maria Villarreal is with the owners this morning. Good morning, Maria.
Hey, good morning, George. Yeah, Hurricane Beryl actually hit this area, made landfall just about 2 weeks ago, devastating parts of Texas and setting a record here in the Houston area for the most power outages for one single event. Not something you want to brag about, right? But this morning, I will say, we are spotlighting a local business, a friend of GMA, the Dandelion Cafe right behind me. I want you to take a look at how they are fighting back and showing their resiliency in the aftermath.
The storm claiming at least 13 lives in the county, leaving 2.5 million without power and temporarily shuttering thousands of small businesses like Houston's Dandelion Cafe. Our viewers met owners J.C. Ricks and Sarah Lieberman last summer when their signature dish, fried chicken and waffles, was featured in our United States of Breakfast competition. The storm hit mom-and-pop restaurants like theirs especially hard.
We probably lost about $3,000 worth of product.
No power, no refrigeration, no electricity, and no customers for 9 days.
Not knowing when we would be able to go back to work, not knowing how long we would be without work.
And leaving employees without paychecks.
It's devastating. Our employees are one of the main reasons we're so successful.
They're like family at this point.
They come in every day, work just as hard as we do, if not harder, and really help us support a dream that we've had.
Their dream restaurant finally able to reopen this week with a limited menu.
It's definitely a sigh of relief, being back open and then seeing people come right away, and it's just back to business as usual. We didn't lose any of our employees, and so that was a relief for us that we didn't lose anybody either.
What an amazing story you guys have. I have JC and Sarah, the owners of Dandelion Cafe, with me this morning. Listen, you've got your community behind you, you have your family behind you, and you have a lot of employees that are behind you as well. You guys told me these people are like your family. How tough was it knowing that in this situation that you may not be able to make payroll?
It's definitely been a tough season for us. This is the hardest season that we've been through as a business, and our staff and employees are our #1 priority.
I'd imagine so. I do have a surprise for you guys this morning because it's GMA, and of course we love surprises. I don't know if you noticed, in the crowd we had a couple people that you might know, Chris Shepard, Lindsey Brown from the Southern Smoke Foundation. They are here today to surprise you and your employees with some checks, with grants for your employees. You guys have a nonprofit organization that responds to a situation like this for restaurant workers around the nation. You guys are going to be helping out some of the employees, yes? Yes. That's good news, isn't it? Yeah! Very good news here. It's amazing news. And also a very cool point here is the idea that you used to work together, yes?
Definitely. I used to work for this man for a year, and I mean, probably one of the best experiences in the kitchen that I've had. So,
okay, and that's not where we're going to end the surprises. I have one more. So Cash App actually heard about your story, your resiliency, and they want to help. So the company Cash App is actually coming in. They have a gift for you of $10,000, and they want to bring that to you guys. They want you to know that they love you as well. They love your employees, and they want to help you bounce back after all that you have been through. Amazing moment here. Yes?
Yes.
What is it? I feel like you have this is a moment.
Yeah, it is. This has been a really stressful season for us, like I was saying, and every little bit helps. It really is amazing because it will help us take care of our employees.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Southern Smoke Foundation, also to the Dandelion Cafe, and of course, Cash App. Thank you guys so much. Good morning, and back to you, George.
Thank you. Good to see that good story. Okay, Maria, thanks very much. Let's go to Ginger in the Park.
Okay, George, we are partying here already here in Central Park. Kane Brown is coming up. Y'all excited? And we have one of the most beautiful mornings. We've got our ray of sunshine right here, but also rays of sunshine coming down. The dew point is lower. What a beautiful start. Coney Island Earth Cam showing you the East Coast is going to be just perfectly pleasant as we kick off the weekend for a beautiful concert here. Stick around. Kane Brown's going to be with you in moments, but your local weather next.
Morning, Tampa Bay. Our temperatures into the 70s on this Friday morning. Quick warm up for the afternoon. Low to mid 90s. Scattered rain and thunderstorms returning to the forecast. Coverage here will be heavy in some locations, especially tonight as the storms work their way back toward the coast. Take a look at your weekend weather as we head into Saturday and Sunday. Rain chances even higher. I think they're up to 70%. It's the evenings that will see the most storms along the coast with highs in the 90s before the storms arrived.
Joins us now for Deals and Steals. It is hot all across the country, and we've got day 2 of great products to help you beat that heat. Good morning, Tori.
Ready? All right.
OS
first, we're talking with socks because this can really make or break how you feel throughout the day, how your feet kind of deliver for you. So we've got a big variety that deliver wicked comfort. That's their promise to you. These are all specially designed very specifically for either a foot condition or an activity.
Oh, okay.
So whether it's you're playing pickleball or you've got bunions, plantar fasciitis, there's the thin ones I happen to love. They call them their little naked ones. There's no-shows. They stay in place. They feel fabulous.
They stay in place because that's always an issue.
Yes. These are performance-driven. 50% off starts at $650.
All right. Good prices.
Got to have your sunglasses.
You know
Keepers
I love
are
this.
a favorite. These have been an Oprah favorite every single year. That is a reason because they last. They look good. Yeah. So we've got blue light readers. We've got polarized sunglasses that also they reduce glare. They've got UV 400 protection, anti-scratch coating on every single pair. So whether you're choosing readers, blue light readers, sun readers, they've got you covered. The frames are fabulous and the prices are unbeatable at 50% off. They start at $11.
Great price. You don't need to spend a lot of money on that.
You got it. Carpe. This is a dermatologist recommended brand for sweat control all over the body. So we typically think about it just for underarms. This is a product for everywhere. So you were looking at the hands one. Sometimes sweating is really a debilitating condition year-round, not just in the heat, but in the heat it's worse. So hand solutions. We've got these underarm wipes, which are really great for on the go, especially hot commute, hot travel, camping.
Need it in the summer.
You need it in the summer. We've got their face primer, which is really great. So if your face is prone to sweating, start your day with this. Everything for the whole body, slash and half, starting at $750.
Fantastic.
All right. So this is Third Love, female-founded company that solves problems. So this is something I can relate to. Big assortment.
Yeah, I've got nothing here.
You got nothing here. Big assortment of their tops and bottoms. All about, this is their 24/7 classic t-shirt bra. Phenomenal support. The fabrics are super soft. They wear really well. You don't even realize that you have it on. And that's saying a lot for a bra. Everything from Third Love slashed in half today, starting at $10.
All right, good
You
deals.
trust me on that.
I trust you.
Softies. This one you can vouch for. Feel how,
wow.
whoa, right? Janetta, who does our wardrobe here, is
What
obsessed.
is that?
It's magic. It's their Dream Softies collection. It is so super soft. It is what you want to be having on and you don't want to take off. It's so phenomenal for summer. We've got their brand new short sets, pant sets, rompers, robes, a huge assortment from Softies.
All of it is soft.
All the sets are slashed in half today. They start at $49. That's a good one to get in on. All right,
Okay, what do we
this
got?
one
You know, I
really
like my
is for you. Right
tech.
here, baby. You got it set up for you.
It's fitness
This
tech.
is Lit Access. So I got a spot right here for you.
Okay.
This is the portable gym that you can literally do anywhere. So
Great for hotel rooms.
Hotel rooms, in the studio between your segments. You can set this up on a door frame, a park, any kind of exterior area, or you can do it internally. It comes right into this case. More than 350 different exercises you can do. Syncs with the app, so you get credit for every single motion that you make. It comes with either 30 days of unlimited access, or you can add a year membership to get really their world-class teachers and trainers. It's a trainer in a box. These are slashed in half and free shipping from Lit Access.
That is brilliant.
That's a good one. All right, getting a lot of
Studio is
applause.
really excited about
Sterling
that.
Forever. Fabulous jewelry for every day. This is their core collection. One of the biggest trends of the season, you'll have to trust me on this too, croissant earrings, these little ones right here. We've got the big hoops that are fabulous. This is just great for elevating the everyday, day or night. It's also really great for travel. All of the fan favorites right here, slashed up to 78%. These start at $10.
You could start your holiday shopping early
Yes,
with this. Okay.
Naturopathica. I know you're all into
Skincare, come
skincare.
on.
This is pretty fabulous. We've got a variety of options. The Manuka Honey Cleansing Balm. That's going to take off makeup. Feels so fabulous on your
and it
skin.
smells so good.
Smell this one right here. This is the Sweet Cherry Brightening.
What is
Just
this?
put that to your nose and just smell that one. It smells so good. That is a brightening. Your face is going to be glowing after that. This is one you could actually try on. This is the whipped oil that turns from this condition. Look at how it's going to do that on your
it just
hand.
like melts
in your hand.
What is this?
Feels fabulous. These start at $12 and free shipping from Naturopathica.
Okay.
And then finally, Adventure Medical Kits. These are fabulous. I need to have you demo one of these. Look, hold that with me.
Okay.
So see this little silver thing right here? You're going to push that and hold it in. That's a lighter. Push that. You've got a Flame 3 lighter. Then close it. Go to this side and you've got a flashlight. We've got medical kits. Anything that you need for camping, adventure, we've got it right here. These are all 50% off. They start at